What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Charles, and today we got another little special event to you with the Twilight 5000. So currently we are in the off season of our marathon training, and our next marathon training program is going to start late July, and that is going to be for the California International Marathon in Sacramento, California in December. In between that, we're also going to have the Route 66 half marathon in November in Tulsa, Oklahoma. And then so in between that, I've just kind of been building up some aerobic base, kind of sprinkling some faster runs, some repeats, some fartleks, a couple of track workouts. But at the same time, we're also going to be throwing in some 5Ks, some 10Ks, and of course the half marathon, just to kind of see where my base is at and where my level. So for this one, we have our 5K test, which is our first benchmark for the season. Now, I haven't ran a 5K since last year around this time, which was really hot, and I ran it in a time of 1947 at the Summer Sizzler in Oklahoma City. This run was also my last run that I had done for about 8 weeks, as I also had pretty much ran my left leg into the ground and pushed it down and had a stress reaction. This was basically borderline stress fracture. Now, this is really bad because some of those things won't heal right away, and it takes literally getting off your ace to heal that as best as you can. But since then, we've also been trying to get ourselves back healthy, get back into the mileage, get back into the paces. And we eventually did that in April with the Oklahoma City Memorial Marathon. So for this 5K that we have coming up, it's the Twilight 5000. I'm super excited for this because it's in Edmond, Oklahoma. It's on a track. It's going to be overnight, but at this, not overnight, but it's going to be somewhat nighttime. Now, it's also Oklahoma. It's June. Sun doesn't even go down until like 9 o'clock. But our run is going to start at 8 o'clock. There's going to be pacers. I also have a couple of good buddies of mine, Ben Pierce, Matt Owens. So if you guys are seeing this, those guys are freaks. They're awesome. Those are shout outs to you guys. Don't let that go to your head, though. At the same time, there's going to be a bunch of people. So with it being on a track, it's flat ground, it's paced. So there's going to be kind of control. There's going to be a lot of people to run, draft off, and chase down. So hopefully a lot of people will still be able to see some good out of this. Are we in a sub 20 shape? Maybe, maybe not. My Garmin says I can run a 20:32 right now, so we'll see what happens. My goal is to run a sub 20. If I can get a sub 19:47, which is my PR, that would be ecstatic. Now, I'm not in the same shape as I was back then because last year I also did a half marathon, a 1:30 half marathon, and the track workouts and the paces and everything was a lot faster than it is now. So without further ado, let's take you into the next day of this track. Let's go. Well, it's actually supposed to be a pretty cool cutscene, but it's not. I'm still getting used to this Doctor Strange thing. Here we go. Boom!
Yesterday morning I ran in Arizona and it was 95 degrees.
Oh, my bad, my fault. No, you're good, you're good. Yeah! Looking good. Great job, everyone. Keep going, you're almost there. Looking good, here we go! Woo! You good. Good job, Aaron, Keep it going, baby. Keep it going. That is it for the Twilight 5000. I think I finished, I think it was like a 20. We didn't hit our goal, but I think probably like a 20, 30, maybe something like that. Still had such fun. It was super hot outside, but God, it was a dogfight. I pretty much had to take liquids every lap, but had such a great time out here. This was so much fun. Pretty much everyone just finished up the final heat. It was something that was too good to pass up. Man, I had a great time. I'll see if I can get my official time here pretty soon, and I'll get back out with you guys. Okay, so you guys saw that I had my run. It's an absolute blast for the most part. Right now, it's Saturday, it's the next day. I got my 20-pound weight vest on right now. I'm on the treadmill, just walked over 2 miles. We're at an incline of 2%, so just kind of trying to walk a 5K here. And, but yeah, everything was pretty good. Sadly, I did not hit my sub 19. It was pretty hot outside, but for the most part, I still had an absolute blast. I think my time was probably in the low 20, maybe like 20.3, 20.31, something like that. I have not got the official update just yet. Hopefully I'll have it by the time I post this video. As we started, my first mile was a 6-minute mile. So I felt good doing it, but I also knew that I still had 3 miles to go, or 2 more miles to go. And so I actually ended up dropping back just a little bit with my boy Matt, and we hung on probably for about a good extra couple laps. And then I think he slowly just kind of fell back a little bit. So I just kind of kept pushing forward. And mentally, I just knew that I had to hang on and just slowly start picking people off one by one, which is what I did. The good thing was that they also had kind of like a drink station with like cups and like big wet sponges on each side of the straightaway, the lap of the track. So I was able to basically grab water, throw one on me. I did that pretty much every single lap because I could kind of feel my body overheating, and I wanted to keep my body as cool and shocked as much as possible, so where my body felt cool while I was running, because it was just one of those situations where it was just getting really hot. And it was cool. We had one of our friends, Taylor, out there. I saw a couple of Land Runner people out there. Thank you guys for your support out there. It was absolutely a blast. But yeah, as we started running, mentally I started losing what lap we were on. So by the time, I don't even know where we were, but I remember asking like 3 times on both sides. I'm like, what lap are we on? How many laps left? Now I understand that there's the keep running hard until you pretty much just keep running hard and forget about the laps. But at the same time, mentally there is that aspect of knowing how many laps you have left. So you kind of get that buildup of almost like a runner's high on knowing, okay, I can hang on this, I can push this hard and just, you know, finish to the end. This will be basically my get up and go, my Seabiscuit moment. But it was really hard because there was twice where I was coming around the front stretch to the finish line, or not, you know, past the finish line, and I wasn't on the final lap yet, but there was people that were actually passing me coming up really hard. Mentally, I thought they were finishing the run, so I would sit there going with them. So here comes the leader lapping me with like a sub 19 minute, and I'm trying to run with him on this front stretch, running like a 5:50 something pace, and then I'm realizing I still have another lap. Well, then I saw one of my other good friends, Luis, who passed me, and then here's how out of it I was. He passed me coming around the back stretch, and I thought, for some reason, I had already passed him. I never passed him to begin with, by the way. I just was so out of it because I thought, okay, if I can hang on to him till the final for the rest of it, I'll be okay. He passed me, I kind of tagged along underneath behind him for about half a lap, and then I just realized, like, I can't hang on to him. I think he's no, did I pass him already? That's crazy. If he's no, because he was going a little bit fast. So my brain was like going back and forth, and I was just trying to run. He ends up being about 100 yards in front of me, 100 meters in front of me, finishes, and then as I'm coming around the back stretch, I come around the front stretch to him, I see him like looking at him with the officials, and then he ends up like kind of taking off a little bit because I thought, I was like, maybe he didn't finish or he had another lap. So in mental, I was trying to do the math, like how far do I have to really have to go? And then I remember hearing someone say, yeah, 800. And I didn't know if that was me or if that was for someone that already lapped me, or so I was just kind of like trying to focus the whole time. Eventually, it was cool. They had a guy with the water hose out there spraying us down on the turn. And at that point, I kind of just felt like, okay, I think I do have about 800 meters left. So I kind of tried to pick it up just a little bit. I did get a little bit faster, and coming around that final front stretch, there was someone who tried to pass me, and I think me and him just had a dead sprint to the finish, and I ended up beating him on that. But I think the point was, if I had an idea of how many laps were left, I think I could have like really honed in and focused and been able to strategize for what I needed to do. I still had a great time, saw a good group of land runners running, and saw the kids do their 1 lap challenge, saw some people from the Wahoo group. It was really fun watching people out there. But yeah, I think I'm still in a great place. I started training for this 3.5 weeks ago. So had I given myself maybe a total of 8 weeks to train for this, oh yeah, and I don't know if I really took it fully serious, but I think just as we get down into the winter time, I think paces will start to shine. With that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed watching that. I had a great time. It was just too good to pass up running under the lights. It was fun. I did write on one of their pages like, maybe not during this time of the year, maybe like somewhere in September or October, I think will be a little bit better. As always, you guys be good. Run it.